This episode, we eat our way through the classic cookout plate, and we'll find out what made the hot dog leap onto our backyard grills, how the macaroni salad had to hula its way into our hearts, and why Jiggly Jello is a sweet science that can take the cake and make it even better. Loosen your belts and bring your appetites because it's time to
Eat your history! What happens when you combine an overflowing refrigerator, a big backyard, with a few of your closest friends and family, and maybe a hungry neighbor or two? It's a phenomenon known as the cookout.
So what's on the cookout plate?
A perfectly grilled hot dog, cool macaroni salad, and a jiggling Jello mold for dessert. But this is more than just a plate. It's an epic adventure spanning centuries.
And today we're about to give it a seriously modern upgrade. But before we face the future, we need to dig into the past. Fire up the grill, because up first is the hot dog.
Pork, veal, beef, tubular meat became popular in America as a street food in the 1800s when German immigrants brought the hot dog to our shore. There was only one problem. They were too hot to handle. And so one enterprising hot dog vendor, a German immigrant named Antoine Feuchtwanger, provided his customers with gloves so they could handle the hot sausages without burning their hands.
Oh, wait, the glove! The glove!
The glove trick worked, but unfortunately, Feuchtwanger lost all his profits when his customers failed to return the gloves.
I told you! I told you that gloves were too expensive! Didn't I? Huh?
At the suggestion of his wife, Feuchtwanger began serving his sausages in rolls. Later on, Coney Island hot dogpreneur Charles Fletman elongated the bun to better hold the sausage and all of its toppings.
Which originally included spicy mustard and sauerkraut, just like in the old country.
And thus, the modern hot dog was born.
So now, to learn more about how the hot dog went from being a street food to a staple at every backyard cookout, I'm going to talk to hot dog historian and author Bruce Craig, who is the definitive voice on hot dog history in America at the iconic Los Angeles eatery, Carney's.
Two New Yorkers straight up.
Okay.
Bruce, talk me through what is the classic New York hot dog?
Flat griddled, all beef, natural casing. It has mustard and sauerkraut on it.
There's nothing better than a perfect hot dog. Bruce, talk to me about how the hot dog went from sort of street food to backyard classic.
Well, it's a story of American food in general.
This hot dog is American institution.
It goes from homemade stuff to the factory and then to your place. They became really popular, all sorts of venues and at ballparks, especially in the 1920s through popular culture. They're portable. They're, in fact, the first prepackaged food, and people would naturally take them out on their outdoor adventures, camping and such like that. So in the 1950s, when the suburbs began, people had outdoor barbecues, part of the American dream.
Where do you think sausage culture is headed in the future?
Oh, I think hot dogs will never die.
Never die.
Never die. There are lots of artisanal sausages, artisanal hot dogs. What's changed is where they're sold and what's on them.
Which, these days, can be anything from caramel corn to mango salsa. But even Bruce has his limits.
No ketchup.
I'm from Chicago, and we revoke your passport if you put ketchup on a hot dog.
Bruce, I can't imagine a better person to share a hot dog with.
It's been a pleasure.
The hot dog has definitely been a cookout celebrity since the 1950s, but thankfully it's never stopped reinventing itself. And one daring chef at SoCal's famous Vicious Dogs is at the front lines of the hot dog's fantastic future.
Willie, how did you come to be the master of the over-the-top hot dog?
If you got a good hot dog when you start, I mean, anything that you add to it is just gonna taste great.
Now, talk to me about some of the wilder versions you've got on the menu here.
Okay, actually, I do have one incredible called the Mac Daddy bacon wrapped dog. We're gonna put the mac and cheese on top, and then we're gonna throw some barbecue sauce on.
Let's
You
get
ready?
into it.
Let's do it. We're just gonna take this bacon, and we're gonna wrap it up around the entire dog. We're gonna deep fry this.
All right.
To make sure that the entire bacon gets cooked evenly.
Got it?
We're gonna put it together, throw some mac and cheese on top, some barbecue sauce on there.
I feel like everyone has a secret to their mac and cheese. Tell me about yours.
Well, mine actually, it's gonna sound strange, but we add ginger to ours.
Ginger?
Delicious. Here comes the good. Okay, now, you're gonna load this up and you're just gonna go right across with it.
Is this the first dog you've topped with pasta?
Yes, as a matter of fact. That is the perfect amount. Take the barbecue and you're gonna just run it across. Look at that. Perfect. Here it is.
All right, Willie. Crispy on the outside, it's perfectly tender on the inside.
I hear from more people, that's the best dog I've ever had in my life.
Well, you can hear it from one more. This, best dog I've ever had in my life.
The mac and cheese, the barbecue sauce, the hot dog wrapped in bacon, insane flavors.
Yes, my brother.